To be wise, one must admit that they are a fool. Such is the wisdom of Dostoevsky, who said that the cleverest person of all is the one who calls himself a fool at least once a month. It's not easy to admit that you don't know everything. It's not easy to admit that you've made a mistake. It's not easy to admit that you've been foolish. But it's necessary if you want to grow and become a better person. We all have moments where we make mistakes or act foolishly. It's a natural part of being human. The difference between the wise and the foolish is that the wise are willing to admit it. They don't try to hide their mistakes or pretend that they know everything. Instead, they embrace their ignorance and use it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Calling yourself a fool is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. It takes courage to admit that you don't know everything and that you've made a mistake. It's a humbling experience that can teach you a lot about yourself and the world around you. It also opens up the possibility of learning from others and expanding your knowledge. The cleverest of all are those who are willing to learn from anyone, no matter how foolish they may seem. They understand that everyone has something to teach, and that even the most ignorant person can offer a unique perspective or insight. They don't dismiss someone simply because they don't fit into their preconceived notions of intelligence or wisdom. But why should we call ourselves fools? Isn't that a bit harsh? Perhaps, but it's also a way of keeping ourselves humble and open to learning. When we call ourselves fools, we acknowledge that there is always room for improvement. We acknowledge that we don't have all the answers and that we can always learn something new. It's important to note that calling yourself a fool doesn't mean that you should be hard on yourself or put yourself down. It's simply a way of staying grounded and recognizing your limitations. It's a way of acknowledging that you are human and that you will make mistakes, but that those mistakes can be opportunities for growth. In the end, the cleverest person is not the one who knows everything, but the one who is willing to admit that they don't. They are the ones who are open to learning, who are willing to be wrong, and who are willing to call themselves fools when necessary. So, embrace your foolishness. Call yourself a fool once in a while and keep growing and learning. It's the clever thing to do.